Hello, my name is Eric Bigok, and I'm the product manager for Unicon's ELATS operating system. I'm very excited to be here today to talk about how Citrix and Imprivata are teaming up to deliver a new solution for healthcare IT through the integration with our Unicon operating system. And as a great enabler for this, we also look at how organizations can easily migrate to Unicon, removing much of the complexity traditionally associated with switching operating platforms. So let's start with migration. With the addition of Unicon's Migrate OS to the Citrix portfolio, we can now offer a secure, efficient, and highly flexible solution for endpoint management. However, when it comes to migration in IT, we are often struggling with the complexity, and this is where our great migration tools come into play. To deliver a seamless experience, we can automate the entire transition with our migration tool in 3 easy steps. First, you boot into Unicon OS on an existing device by the means of PXE or USB keys, which will then perform an in-place conversion of the existing OS which is on the device. And next, the client device will automatically be provisioned via the Scout, our central management platform. And after provisioning, the full performance will be enabled by one reboot. From where on, the device will be centrally configured and managed for optimized usage. And now to show you just how easy this is, let's run a quick demo.
Welcome to another Citrix demo video, where we demonstrate new features both from the configuration and the end-user perspective. In this video, we demonstrate how to migrate an IGEL OS device to Unicon's ELUX using the Citrix IGEL 2 ELUX migration tool. The process is fully automated, remote, and requires no downtime for the user. We start in the IGEL Universal Management Suite, or UMS. Here, the administrator selects the IGEL OS endpoint that will be migrated. The migration tool script, called IGEL 2 ELUX, is uploaded to UMS and assigned to the target device. Once assigned, the script is automatically transferred to the endpoint in the background. A profile is then applied that triggers the migration tool after reboot. Finally, from the UMS console, the administrator initiates the reboot to begin the migration process. After the reboot command, the endpoint restarts and the migration tool runs automatically. From here on, the process is fully automated. No further admin or user interaction is required. The migration tool replaces IGEL OS with Unicon's secure, hardened operating system. During this phase, the required Unicon packages, including the base OS, device drivers, and add-ons, are downloaded directly from the package source. Because this is fully automated, there is no need for installation media or manual setup. After the conversion, the device reboots again to finalize the migration. On first boot, the endpoint launches the automated onboarding process. It applies all necessary configurations and settings from Unicon's Scout management platform. Once onboarding is complete, the user is taken directly to the ELUX desktop, ready to connect to their virtual desktop or cloud workspace. With the IGEL 2 ELUX migration tool, switching from IGEL OS to Unicon's ELUX is quick, reliable, and efficient. The entire migration, from script execution to a ready-to-use ELUX device, is completed in just a few minutes.
And now let's talk about our new integration. In healthcare IT, there's a constant pressure to provide clinicians with instant, reliable access to their applications, as every second counts in a clinical environment. And while many healthcare organizations already benefit from using Citrix, virtual apps, desktops, together with Imprivata access management, many organizations still rely on inefficient and expensive methods to manage their endpoints. Therefore, this month, we released the integration of Imprivata and the Unicon operating system, bringing everything under one roof. With this integration, healthcare workflows become faster and more seamless, thanks to the integrated authentication right at the endpoint. It eliminates the headaches of dealing with multiple vendors and fragmented solutions, and it fits perfectly into the security-driven operations of modern healthcare environments. With the deep integration of Imprivata into Unicon's latest version, we focus on 4 key functionalities. We enable instant access for clinicians with a tap-and-go access to the endpoint device, including and enabling medical workflows like EPCS. We account for shared workstations by enabling fast user switching to allow convenient and fast user access, for example, in a patient room. And a flexible Citrix configuration offers both private and shared applications on the desk. And finally, the centralized management via Scout really simplifies the endpoint management across the whole organization. And once more, let's see in a short demo how this works.
Welcome to another Citrix Demo series video. In this demo, you will see how different hospital staff members use Imprivata fast user switching to instantly access patient records, all running on Unicon OS and Citrix. Meet our first user, Nurse Melissa. She enters the patient's room and begins her routine. With a quick tap of her red card, she is instantly logged into the EMR system, in her own user context, ready to work. With our Unicon operating system, the application can run seamlessly within the Elux desktop or as a full-screen Citrix session, giving IT admins full flexibility in how clinical workflows are delivered. Melissa now has secure, instant access to the patient data she needs to continue her work. No waiting, no wasted time. Next, we will switch user context. When Dr. Javier walks into the room, he simply taps his blue card to the reader. This triggers a fast user switch. Melissa is securely logged out, and Javier's login begins. To add another layer of security, he is prompted for his PIN before gaining access. Dr. Javier is now securely logged in, instantly accessing the same patient record, but with additional clinical details available according to his higher permission level. This fast, secure, and seamless process keeps clinical teams productive and patient data protected. Talk to your Citrix representative to learn more.
Bringing Citrix, Unicon, and Imprivata together is exciting news for every clinician requiring undisturbed, easy, and reliable access to applications. But there are many more benefits. First, let's mention that Unicon operating system is included in the Citrix entitlement, so there are no separate licenses required. And this is already the first part of reducing multi-vendor pain, which goes even further by a more streamlined setup and a day zero availability of system components. And with a simplified endpoint management, you will benefit not only from the pure integration of Imprivata, but also from Unicon, a trusted, lightweight operating system found across many security-sensitive industries. So in short, simple management, stronger security, and fast access for clinicians. That is what the integration is all about. Thank you very much for listening.